Every single written word we find from the past, every symbol etched in stone, every clay tablet, is a voice reaching out from history. It is an act of communication. For over 99% of human history, that conversation is successful. We translate the message, and the dead speak. But what if that communication fails? What if the message is so alien, so utterly protected by time and obscurity, that it was never meant to be read by us? What if a language's ultimate secret is its complete silence? For thousands of years, these ancient scripts have stood as a linguistic middle finger to the brightest minds on Earth. They are the languages that defy translation. They hold cultural keys, historical records, and possibly forbidden knowledge. Yet, despite our tools, our computing power, and our obsessive passion, their secrets remain buried. This is the story of the language no one was meant to read. Our journey begins on the sun-drenched island of Crete, home to the mighty Minoan civilization. While their grand palaces and complex drainage systems astounded the ancient world, their language, Linear A, has delivered only frustration to ours. We know it was the main script used around 1800 BC. But here's the crucial paradox. We do have its successor, Linear B, which was successfully deciphered in the 1950s by Michael Ventris. That script revealed an early form of Greek. Logically, Linear A should have been easy. It uses a similar set of syllabic signs and symbols. The problem? While we can sound out the symbols using the phonetic values of Linear B, the resulting words are complete, indecipherable nonsense. It's like reading English words with the letters scrambled. The writing system is known, but the underlying language itself, the actual spoken tongue of the Minoans, is utterly unknown. It's a message written in clear letters, but in a vocabulary that has vanished from history. It is the sound of a voice speaking perfectly, but in a room where no one understands the dialect. Now, we travel to the most isolated place on Earth, Rapa Nui, or Easter Island. Here, we encounter Rongorongo. Unlike Linear A, which we have in fragments, Rongorongo is a complete mystery box. We have approximately 24 wooden tablets containing these symbols. The first puzzle, no one was around to tell the first European visitors how to read it. By the time genuine interest arose, the knowledge was lost. The second, more baffling puzzle, the direction of reading is entirely unique. It's a system called reverse boustrophedon, meaning you read a line from left to right, then you physically turn the tablet 180 degrees to read the next line, and so on. The symbols themselves, stylized birds, fish, human figures, suggest a mnemonic or ceremonial use, but consensus on whether it's a true writing system, a proto-writing, or just an aid to memory remains elusive. When European contact decimated the island's population, the few remaining elders who might have held the key took that secret with them, burying the language beneath the waves of the Pacific. Our next stop is the Iranian plateau, where a script of almost unimaginable antiquity defies us, Proto-Elamite. Dating back to roughly 3100 BC, it's one of the very first writing systems developed after Sumerian cuneiform. We have about 1,600 tablets, mostly recovered from the ancient city of Susa. We can partially understand what they are about, mostly administrative and agricultural records, like tallies of grain and livestock. However, the signs representing the sounds and words of the Elamite language itself are unknown. Crucially, the system seems to have been relatively short-lived, used for only a few centuries before being abandoned. It's as if a great civilization created a brilliant piece of technology, used it briefly, and then simply threw away the instruction manual forever. It is an incredible wealth of records, yet a total poverty of understanding. Perhaps the most visually unique of all these scripts is the Phaistos Disc, a baked clay disc from Minoan Crete, found in 1908. What makes it so fascinating, and so frustrating, is its construction. It's covered on both sides with a spiral of stamped hieroglyphic-like symbols. These symbols were pressed into the clay using unique individual stamps, making it the earliest known example of a document created using movable type. The disk only contains 241 tokens, far too little data for any comprehensive statistical analysis. Is it a hymn? A magical text? A legal document? We don't know. Its limited text length and its completely isolated nature, no other text uses these stamps, makes it the ultimate linguistic singularity, an unsolvable puzzle box until, perhaps, more disks surface from the sands of time. So why do these languages remain unbroken, even with the power of modern computation? The answer often lies in one or all of three critical factors: sample size, bilingual text, and linguistic isolation. We lack a Rosetta Stone, a text duplicated in an unknown script and a known language. We lack a large enough corpus, enough material to establish reliable patterns. And crucially, we often don't know what language family the script belongs to, leaving us blind to the grammar and structure. The final theory is the most tantalizing. Perhaps these languages were intentionally created to be forgotten. Perhaps they were designed only for a small priestly class, or created to guard knowledge so sacred that when the civilization collapsed, the key was deliberately destroyed, keeping the secret forever. Today, the battleground is shifting. Cryptographers and linguists are now harnessing artificial intelligence, using machine learning to scan for patterns, repetitions, and structural similarities, hoping to force a breakthrough through sheer computational power. But for now, these ancient tablets and wooden discs still hold their perfect silence. They stand as monuments not to what we know, but to what we don't. They remind us that history is not a solved equation, but an ongoing, often frustrating, negotiation with the past. The voice is still waiting. The knowledge is still forbidden. The question remains, was this message truly never meant to be read?